Here goes tonight. 20.
Coming to you, coming to you.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On second down, a run with Breida, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Get in the right room. Get in the right room.
They'll try the air now with Gall. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Sione Taki. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Third and long. It's gone. Man open. That's Deebo Samuel. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 44-yard line. So a first and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. On first down, here's Breida. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the side.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready? 90, Wolf. Tight into the right, boy. Tight into the right. Move. 3 down. Hey, Haywood. 3 down. Let's go.
On first down, Stanley. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Ready.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. From the gun, Stanley. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with him?
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now it's Breida. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
From the gun on third down, Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
The Browns drive about to get started. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
A big run by Kareem Hunt, 48 yards.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10.
Hey, Delta.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
It's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
On first and 10, Goff. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Demarius Randall that time there to knock it free. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
QB's traps. Let's go. Slam.
Hey, kill. 80 weapon.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Watch the run. Mike 51.
Hard ball.
Hey, come on out here.
On 2nd and 10, gone. Incomplete.
Intended for number 83. Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, here's Gall. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. The 20. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Seibert now to kick this thing away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down. Gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula's not working right now.
Let's go now. 15 line. 15 line. Hard, hard. Shoot.
On 1st and 10, Stanley. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. A nice gain of 21 yards.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's good for a Browns 1st down.
Ready to
1st
break.
and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Right now, let's go. Hey, check. Get it.
Throwing on 1st down, Stanley. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Slam, slam, slam. Watch the safety creep.
A give running right is Chubb. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. What happened there? Was that just a missed assignment on the O-line?
It certainly felt like it, but also the speed of the play. When you're talking about defensive end, they want to be ahead of the clock, don't they? They want to be upfield, making plays on every snap. How about his agility there to run that one down?
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stanley. He's going to fire one into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. With the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53. I got you, pop. Let's go, let's go.
A shotgun snap for goal. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Arnold. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 18 yards, first down Niners.
First down, San Francisco.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, high 7.
Out of the gun, gone. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a 3rd-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. A run for Nick Chubb. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Call it 7 yards on the carry, so a pretty good game, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8. To throw on 3rd down, Stanley. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering how are we going to...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Here we go, set, 18, Gator.
Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen!
Ready?
On first down, Stanley. That's taken in by Callaway. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. So he scrambled right but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Mack Wilson gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Goff now looks to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Room past the 20. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Arnold. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. A final shot before break here. Goff. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Off the play fake. Stanley. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, and it's 3rd and short.
That's a bold strike right there, taking it downfield and putting some air on it. But how about the coverage? Able to get his hands across the receiver and bat the ball down.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we...
And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check nickel.
Chubb. There to stop him, Jawan Bentley.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Stanley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Now this is Callaway on the receiving end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Looking to throw. Stanley. There goes a deep ball. End zone. David Njoku. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and it is 28-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever they were.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film section tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They run for it with Breida. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Mike, 54. I got you. I got you. Say it. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
A good run by Chubb on 1st down as he'll get about 6 yards there. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Under 10. 10. Rush in.
And again, it's Chubb. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Let's get it.
Ready. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. Watch the play. Ready.
Back to throw. Stanley. He finds Beckham complete. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack on 1st down, Goff. And he's going to go down again. Myles Garrett, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Greedy Williams picks it off. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Ready.
Mike 51. Blue down.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Set. 18 Gators.
Hey, tight. Check 24. Watch the shit.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
They run it again with Chubb. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine.
To try again after the sack. Goff. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Goff now 9 of 17 through the air. Goff. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Goff now looking to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now he'll throw deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, Just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Stanley. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. 2nd and 10. It's caught by OBJ. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10.
Go. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Stanley. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Goff now to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Here's Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Arnold. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
What we got? What we got? What we got? Let's go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Browns, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll be able to enjoy this